Hi Aquarius, welcome to your October 2022 Astrological Forecast. A special shout out to my subscribers for your continued support, for liking and sharing and commenting on my videos. I thank you very much. If you're new to my channel and you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. Okay, and check out the links below in the description box. There's one to my website if you would like to have your chart done. There's my services are listed there. Also, there's a link to something called Ask Me a Question. It's for those of you who only want to know maybe one or two things about your chart. And also, check out my new report, monthly report for love and money in your chart, okay? I've been doing this on each of the monthly reports here, forecast, but this is what I look at whenever I do your forecast. I do cold readings. There are no notes. I'm just looking at planets, okay? And I have to wear these this month because, or at least this reading, because I can't see without them, all this stuff. I have a lot of pressure in my head from sinuses, and it's pressing on my forehead, and it's like screwing up my vision. So anyways, sorry about the glasses. Okay, so we start off with Mercury finally turning direct on the 2nd. Okay, it's still in Virgo, in your 8th house, okay, up until the 10th. So 8th house is other people's money and resources. If there was something that you were waiting on that was slowed down, like a refund of some kind, or credit, cash, period, you know, news of money coming in, anything, okay, an insurance payout, legal settlement, whatever. After Mercury turns direct on the 2nd, give it a few days up until the 10th, you know, you could still keep checking back to see if this very thing you were waiting on is coming to you, okay? After that, it does move into Libra on the 10th, along with the Sun and Venus already being in Libra up until the 23rd. They're both in your 9th house, okay? All three planets, Sun, Mercury, Venus, in your 9th house, where you have the sign of Libra, okay? So, you know, the 9th house is many things, but it is a communication and travel house, usually long distance, foreign affairs of any kind, an attraction to foreign things at this time, foreign travel, countries, languages, philosophies, cultures, even food, okay? It's also the house of higher learning, social media, and publishing, and legal matters, okay? So I would have to say maybe with Mercury being here, and it is moving very fast. Mercury's only in Libra from the 10th to the 29th, then it moves into Scorpio. So, you know, if you are communicating with someone, it should go back and forth very quickly in regards to anything. You know, if it's a legal matter or just news of some kind. Both of these, you know, 3rd and 9th, rather, are news houses, communications, and travel, mainly, okay? So there's a full moon on the 9th in Aries, where you have Aries in your chart as your 3rd house. It's directly across from the 9th. You have Jupiter here right now that's in retrograde motion. Both of these houses are like internet houses. Maybe there is something going on here, especially having Jupiter in your 3rd house, even in retrograde motion, means that maybe you have started a podcast or a YouTube channel, or you're on social media of some kind, or you have your own website, okay? That's what this kind of does. Jupiter in your 3rd house gives you a voice of some kind to reach out and like influence a lot of people. And Pluto will be moving into your sign shortly, so you have to keep in mind your Pluto is the big influencer. You're going to have influence over large groups of people, but we'll get to that in a separate video, okay? But anyways, So it could be something going on here. Full moons usually bring issues of some kind to the surface so they can be dealt with. But I really don't see anything too trying going on here at this time, you know, especially with Jupiter being here at the same time of this full moon. It looks to me, though, that someone could just be going overboard in some way or other, in some kind of communication. You have to be careful not to promise too much at this time in any kind of negotiations that you might be in the middle of in regards to, I'd have to say, media and publishing, or even something to do with traveling, you know, some kind of travel, or even in communications. You know, you could be talking with someone on the phone, and could be, they could be, or you could be going, really blowing something up, embellishing something in such a way that you're trying to convince this person of whatever. You know, this could even be like, you know, in regards to someone's, ninth house is also your philosophy on life, your spiritual and religious beliefs, but it's your opinions. Okay, so this could be just a difference of opinion with someone, but they could really be trying to lay it on thick, or you could be the one doing this, okay? But I really don't think it's a big deal. If you are traveling at this time, you know, you might have a little bit of problems, but it's not a big deal, okay? In fact, it may accidentally lead to a separate adventure, okay? So then, the Sun and Venus are traveling neck to neck here, okay? And they both move into Scorpio on the 23rd. Mercury moves into Scorpio on the 29th. And there is a new moon partial solar eclipse on the 25th in Scorpio in your 10th house, where you have the sign of Scorpio. Okay, so this is your, like, most public house, okay? The 10th house cusp is also known as the midheaven. Okay, so this is, you know, your outer public persona. This is how people view and speak about you publicly. How you're known by reputation, professionally and personally. Okay, so with all these planets here, especially Venus, I always say, okay, Venus moves here on the 23rd, so it'll be here more through like most of November, okay? But even just starting here, Venus in the 10th house, the first house, or your own zodiac sign, makes you very popular and appealing to people, okay? They really view you in a really good light, okay? The 10th house being your house of career means that you may have a lot more contact with higher ups if you do work for someone else, or be rubbing elbows with the head honcho or something of your company. It's also possibly socially rubbing elbows with celebrity type people. Venus here does make your relationships with higher ups a lot better at this time, or more congenial and not so much professional, you know, like you become buddies or whatever your boss wants to feel like buddies is, you know, how they have to be there with the little guys sometimes, makes them feel better. Anyway, you know, that whatever occurs around this new moon, you may even receive some kind of a promotion, maybe not a big one, but some kind of something that gives you a little bit of clout in some way or other. It could be professional, could be personal, but even in your personal life, it will help you professionally, okay? So it's the new moon, the eclipse is going to make this last a little bit longer. So it's a new beginning in your career, or your public life, or how people see you, how people view you publicly, okay? So there are two planets that are turning direct this month, and the first is Pluto. Pluto in Capricorn in your 12th house turns direct on the 8th, okay? In your 12th house of behind the scenes occurrences, or actions taken by you or someone else. It's the house of secrets, solitude, the subconscious mind, the house of dreams. It's your downtime, okay? Having Pluto here has brought some really prophetic possibly, dreams. Throughout the years, this planet has been here for a really long time. Maybe possibly brought even some dark thoughts, you know. Possibly wondering where's that coming from, you know, and even over the years, an interest in true crime or mystery novels or movies, you know, all of a sudden being really, really liking stuff like that, okay? Anyways, it's preparing you for Pluto and Pluto's entry into your sign, okay? So when this turns direct, it just, you know, there's not much, I don't think, that you'll really notice, you know. 12th house is a psychic house. Pluto is a psychic, just because it is the ruler of Scorpio, a very psychic zodiac sign. Does bring about your psychic ability a little bit more too. It's been here for such a long time, this planet, so sooner or later something had to kick in here, right? The next planet that's turning direct is Saturn in your sign, turns direct on the 23rd, okay? So any kind of movement that you were trying to make that was stalled, or even in your own personality, changes that you were trying to make in your personal life, or even about yourself, or the way you do things, or your schedule even, anything that you wanted to change about yourself or your life or whatever, that felt like it wasn't doing anything, it wasn't moving anywhere, okay? After the 23rd and a few days after that, for this to really get into full swing here, things will start to move again. So if you had to hold back on doing something, wait until after the 23rd and a few days after that to begin again. Just try again, okay? I also have to mention that Mars is in Gemini up until March of next year. It's here for an extended period of time, and where you have Gemini in your chart is your 5th house, okay, of romance and fun and creativity, amusements of any kind, sports, games, gambling, children, entertainment, whatever, okay? So it's, well, it will turn retrograde on the 30th, okay? But up until that point, Gemini is a fellow air sign, and this planet will off and on make a very nice aspect called a trine to whatever planets you have in Aquarius. So trine is a nice, simple, smooth, like transit. You know, it's it makes things go smoothly. You know, sometimes they're not real earth-shaking, you know, but you can, like, they're useful. Okay? So this planet is, I don't know, really enhancing your personality. Even with Saturn there, making you kind of stern, possibly. It's helping you to have fun. It's bringing out your fun side, you know, your adventurous side. You want to do stuff, you know. You're very energetic now in this area. You know, you may not be the most romantic person, but you may be, now that Mars is here, you may be a little bit more aggressive, you know, in pursuing someone, or even in a current relationship. You know, you could just be more affectionate, physically affectionate, which may not be a normal thing for you, okay? So, the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Aquarius on the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 31st. The best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Leo, and those dates are the 18th, 19th, and 20th. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, any kind of speculation or gambling, and anything to do with children is the 1st, 13th, 14th, 15th, 27th, 28th, and 29th. The best time for money is the 6th, 7th, 8th, 20th, 21st, and 22nd. The best time for your career is the 25th, 26th, and 27th. And the best time for communication and travel is the 8th, 9th, 10th, 23rd, and 24th. So, happy Halloween to you. Don't forget to check out my weekly forecast, and I will see you then. Goodbye.